But there's a way around it, and all that political shit goes out of the way, and the name of the game is fame. So, when you look at the results of battles, you always see sort of, wow, that dude is very good, and he always wins battles. Well, usually he's also sort of, he wins battles in his own country, but there's a way around all that political bullshit, is simply go outside your country and battle over there. And don't just do big jams. Try to also sometimes go to local jams or whatever, or smaller jams, and battle there. So, basically I live in Holland, for instance, right? So, actually I can hop in a car, drive to Germany, drive to Belgium, drive even to France, right? I can take a plane and it's fucking cheap to go to the UK, for instance, just saying, right? So, it's good to do that. Wow, well, these judges don't have any bias against you, right? When they see you're very good, wow, this guy's very good. And whoa, who's this guy, man? He's awesome, and he's dominating that battle. They're gonna let you win, or even if you don't win there, right? But basically you get to the final and you represent really well. People are gonna be like, even in that country, gonna be, wow, that guy's fucking awesome. And they're actually gonna say, oh, he's from that country there, right? You sort of get famous by default. This costs, of course, money, resource, etc., time, right? But, if you take that route, and you will basically get famous sort of by being good enough and battling all the time. Take big jams, like let's say you go to Denmark, which is a little bit further, but you take Floor Wars, and even if you're like not winning, but you represent really, really well, people will get to know you, right? Especially now with the internet and all that footage that's all around. Maybe go to Italy, whatever, right? Take those battles as much as you can. What will happen? You get famous. And like I said, look at who's always winning. It's always those same b-boys, sort of. They get famous by always winning, right? And if you win outside of your country, you will also start winning inside your country, basically, because by default the judges will like you, sort of, because you're very famous b-boys. That's just how the game works. Often, like I talked about this before, but let's say you go against a famous b-boy. Let's talk whatever, it's a famous b-boy, let's say Shiki from Japan, right? It's very hard to win against him because the judges know, okay, this guy is really good. Even if he didn't come as strong in this round, he will be strong in the rest of the battles. But if you're famous yourself, you don't have that restriction, you will win more battles, guys. So, of course, there's many hours to talk about crap like this. And, well, this is actually what I see as, the way to get good at winning battles. You have to know all these things. And then that political shit, for a lot of people, this is actually not political shit. It's just being themselves and just talking to some motherfuckers and just socializing a little bit, right? That's enough. And just, hang out with the people in the scene more or less, that's good enough. To me, that's like, I would never take that route. I'm also not in that way interested in winning battles, right? I'm also not good enough to win battles, but just to saying that I would never take that route. I would take a totally different route, and just, for me, like, I like to battle in the cipher. But then, if you want to really win, and it's your goal to win, you sort of have to know this stuff. The way around it, if you don't want to be in that politics shit, just go outside your country, represent there, represent as much as you can. If you can, also take battles in your own country, of course, right? But try to take as much battles as you can also outside the country. Then all that political shit doesn't matter if you have a very high skill and, you're very, very good at one thing. Like I said, the specialist is actually kind of good if you go outside your country, because you can really, really basically shock people with how good you are at that one thing. And in that case, like the all-rounder is a little bit like, if everything is good enough, right, you will probably not shock people outside of your own country. But if you're very good at one thing, that's very good. Of course, everything has to be really, really good. So, guys, this is just me rambling, of course, and you don't have to follow this path. You can do whatever you want. But this is sort of how the game works, and if you know all this, it really helps. And like I said, to a lot of, like, to me, like, talking to people to win battles or whatever, really feels like, man, I'm sucking dick now. I'm not going to do that. Fuck that, right? But it's not like that. You just talk to them, right? They're at the gym right there. You just hang out with them and have a good time, basically, right? So that's sort of how the game works. And like I said, if the promoters and the judges, you're sort of on their not really list, right? You're not going to get there. You're going to win a battle, you're going to lose a battle. You're going to win maybe one other battle, and you're going to lose 3-4 battles. In the final maybe, but you're going to lose them. And that's why sort of the understanding the game is important, right? So that's all. I'm going to ramble on for hours, of course, but I'll see you guys next time.